Hello, lovely people. Today, I would like to talk to you about kanji. You see, kanji and I have a very mixed relationship. I started studying Japanese when I was 13 years old, and at the time, they start you off real slow with hiragana. And I actually had a hard time with hiragana at first, so I made myself some flashcards, and I fucking learned them. And I actually won an achievement award at my Japanese school for most improvement shown from learning hiragana. And then it was katakana. Hiragana and katakana are two of the three main writing systems in Japanese. Hiragana and katakana are both 40 characters, and they are phonetic, and they're actually the same phonetics. It's just that you use katakana to write words which are not Japanese. So my name, for example, or product names, or chemicals, or some animals, you use katakana. Hiragana is for Japanese things. Kanji is a whole nother beast. Kanji are commonly known as Chinese characters because that's where they came from. Most Japanese kanji are simplified versions of Chinese characters, so even people who read Chinese don't necessarily know how to read the kanji, but these meanings are often similar. Obviously, you don't need anywhere near as many kanji as you do need to know Chinese characters, because Japanese also is supported by hiragana and katakana. So, but even so, they say you need to know about 5,000 to read a newspaper. I know maybe 350, 400 if we're pushing it, and that's recognition only. Where I look at it, I have a general idea of what it means. I don't necessarily know how to read it out loud. I definitely don't know how to write it myself, and I absolutely do not have the ability to recall it without any reference whatsoever. Problem with kanji for me is that I am an auditory learner and a visual verbal learner. Kanji is neither of these things. You can't hear kanji, and it's not made of letters. So you can't really learn it any other way except visually studying it, and that's hard for me. So despite 13 years of half-assed study, I'm still functionally illiterate in the adult world. And it's a problem because I can speak fine, and I have to repeatedly explain to people that if they read something out loud to me, we're good. Like, I can go to a doctor's office, I can go to a tax office, I can do these things, but you have to read everything out loud to me because I can't read it myself, and if you want me to write anything down, I'm going to have to write it in Romanji because I can't write the kanji for anything. So I was actually really excited to move because I thought I would finally be able to write my address because I was moving to Otaku, which is an incredibly easy kanji. And then I found out I'm moving to Kitamine Machi, and the Mine kanji is ridiculous and has like 13 million strokes in it, and yeah, that's not happening. So I can't write my address. Maybe someday. So my two ways of learning kanji are karaoke, because I see it on the screen, I'm given furigana, and I'm singing it, so I'm actually getting an auditory input to it, and I remember them fairly well from that. The other way is train station names. And you spend a lot of time on trains in Japan, and if you live in Tokyo, then you do spend a lot of time on trains. You start to catch on to train names and characters that are used repeatedly, and what they sound like, and how they change depending on where they are in the word, because certain readings do change if it's partway through the word. So usually a hard consonant sound is softened if it's the second or third one. So in one of the examples I'm about to show you, K will become gay because it's later on, which is, I can generally follow that and get where that's going. Sometimes I don't know where the fuck it came from, or I don't know why the fuck it's different. So I'm going to show you my favorite examples lately. First, Ueno. Ueno is a lovely place. It's on the Yamanote. It's quite an old place. It's a beautiful park. They have a zoo there. They have a couple art museums, I believe. It's quite lovely. And it's made up of kanji ue, which is up, and no, which is field. I can't point at this direction. Yes. I don't always know what the kanji mean, by the way, so this is just for this. So I said, ueno. Like, okay, sure, got that. This is K. K means hair. I frequently confuse this for te, and I'm not, which is hand, and I'm pretty sure it's not the same kanji, but I confuse them often enough that I have to check. So, but in this case, I happen to know that this is K. This is hair. Hair. So what do we have here? Well, let's see. We have ue, no, and K. Now, K is in a pretty far position down, so let's just go ahead and assume that that's gay. So, uege, or something to that. Ue no ge? Ue no ge. Let's go with ue no ge. Here's how you actually read it. Kami no ge. I got nothing. Kami? I have... When? When is that read as kami? I don't know. But that's not even the worst one. That one was pretty bad. Like, that one made me go, what the fuck? No, it's not. That's not how you... Oh, come on, Japan. One that continually frustrates me is one that I visit on a daily basis. I work in a place called Senzoku, which is Bathfoot. Yeah, Bathfoot, basically. So, in Bathfoot, there's actually 3 locations named Senzoku, and they're right next to each other. Senzoku, Kita Senzoku, and Senzoku Ike. Senzoku looks like this. Senzoku Ike looks like this. It's the same with Ike at the bottom, okay? But what about the one in the middle? Kita Senzoku. You're gonna love this. Kita Senzoku. Kita Senzoku. I've never seen this read as Zoku in my life. This is Kita, north. This is Sen, like 1,000, not like bath. This is a different one. This is a different Sen. And it's not like these are just confused. It goes on a map. Senzoku, Kita Senzoku, Senzoku Ike. They're next to each other, and they're clearly all named the same thing because they're the same place. So why are the 2 on the top footbath, and the one in the middle is whatever the fuck this is? 1,000 something? I don't even know. And I don't... And this is why I may live here my entire life and never learn to read.